Hello everyone, in this video we will be creating a project that will connect our smart contract to a front end. So we will be doing three things. We will be creating a front end, and then we will serve this front end with a server. And then, as the first thing, we will connect this front end to MetaMask. And the second step, we will connect smart contract to our front end. And the third step, we will read data from the smart contract. We will access the data of the smart contract. So by using the front end. So these three steps. So to do that, the first thing is create a folder, of course, on your computer, and then open the command line on that folder. And then the first thing to do is to install Express package. The first thing to do is to create a server. So it's optional, but I am choosing Express. If you are comfortable with another server package, you are welcome to use that. So npm install Express save, and it will take a few seconds. So it's done. Now the Visual Studio Code is open on that test8 folder that I have created for this project, and the first thing to do is to create an index.html file. And here inside the index.html I have created this boilerplate so that we will not be spending too much time, and paste it. So yeah, as you can see, it's simple actually. HTML tags, simple title, some very simple CSS, that's it, no more CSS, no more bootstrap, nothing else. And here, as you can see, I have three buttons. Each button will represent the steps that I have mentioned. The first button will connect our front end to MetaMask. The second button will connect our front end to contract, and the third button will read data from the smart contract. Okay, so these three steps. And for this exercise we actually don't need this first step, but in any case, let's not complicate anything, because in any project you will see them together. So yeah, first step, second step, and third step. Okay, once we understand this, the rest is easy actually. So let's save this now and close index.html. We are finished with index.html for now, and now let's create a server. And then I will also copy paste these. Where is that server? Yeah, so I'm copy pasting this so that we will not be spending too much time on this part of the code. And if you don't understand anything regarding this server file here, you can check my first video on web3. It's called Connecting MetaMask to Index.html, or Connecting MetaMask to Frontend. And yeah, so this is a simple Express server, and we are using Express, and then path, and then app, and then we are creating the route, creating this route, index route, and we are serving index.html page for this index route. And then these three lines, it's creating this port for our server so that we can listen to it. And yeah, so that's it with our server. We will not open our server again. You can stop the video now to copy paste this code of the server, and you can also stop your video if you would like to copy paste this index.html. And yeah, so once we have done these two steps, it will be nice to check if our server is working. So I will say node server.js, and as you can see, it says port is open on 5000. Alright, let's check. 127. Yes, it works. We have three buttons here, but I would like to add one thing here so that we can understand on which button we are. Background color yellow. So now let's see if it's gonna look nicer. Yeah, as you can see, when I'm hovering them, I understand on which button I am. So yeah, and after this we can start we can start our web3 code. So let's go down here, and before closing the body tag, open script tags, and as I told you, the first step is connect MetaMask, and for that we will be using asynchronous function declarations, and let's say const connect MetaMask is equal to. So I have recently installed a package called fast arrows. Let me show you. Yeah, as you can see, it's here, fast arrow. So if you install this to your Visual Studio Code, then you can comfortably create your arrow functions. So when I say FAA, it's creating me an arrow function and putting me inside the arguments area, and I will just be saying asynchronous here, and that's it. So now I will create an if statement if window.Ethereum is not empty. So if you don't understand this part, please check my first video, because I'm explaining this part more in my first video. And I will say undefined, and then here the thing is, I would like to connect to MetaMask but also grab the account information and display it here. So to do that, first let's grab all the accounts, const accounts, await Ethereum request, and some arguments area, methods. No, I guess it was method, and method is Ethereum request accounts. And then I need to actually create another variable here, and then I will just be saying account is equal to accounts 0, because this accounts, it will be an array of accounts, but I don't need all the accounts. I just need the first account, the first account that the code is grabbing. So I am saving the first account information here inside this variable, and then I will display this variable by using simple JavaScript document get element by ID. Yep. And here I will just say account area dot inner HTML is equal to account. So let's check if it works. Let's close here. Node server.js, initiate it again, port is open, and refresh the page. It works. Now hopefully if I click on connect MetaMask, it should get me the account information under it. Yes. How it got the account information? Because I have this MetaMask. Actually right now it's open on Ring-B test network. So to make it nicer, maybe I can just close this MetaMask now. I will lock it. So now let's refresh it, and if I click on it again, you see it's prompting MetaMask. And now if I enter my password and unlock it, yeah, you see it works. That was the first step. First step is finished. Now the second step is connect to smart contract. And again, I will need a arrow function declaration. So I will say connect contract is FAA and asynchronous, and I will just be copy pasting this code here again, so that we will not be losing a lot of time. Yes. A little bit indentation is going to help. And now the ABI here is the application binary interface that is provided by the compiler, Solidity compiler. And the address here is also, when we deploy our contract, we can see an address for that contract. I mean, it can be, wherever you deploy, on Remix, on other platforms, but in any case, you will have an address for the smart contract that you deployed. And this window, Web3, it's actually, right now we are using Web3 methods and Web3 code here. And actually, these are standards, that's how you access your smart contract, and then how you create an instance of that contract by using the ABI and address, and then this part is finished. Okay, and actually we will need one more thing, because this Web3 related code, it needs a package called Web3. So to get that package, let me see, where is our nodes. Let me show you. I hope I saved it here. Oh, it's not here. So actually I need to, I will get it from my previous exercise. So I'll say test this. Yeah, here, let me copy this. So yeah, now we are on our project again. Yeah, let me open. Yeah, so to use this Web3 related code, I need to install either the Web3 package by using npm install, or I can use these links, and using this kind of links is much comfortable. You can find many varieties of this link on the internet, and you just add it to your head area, and that's it. And the second part of the code is also finished. No, actually it doesn't finish, because right now I need to install this. I need to find the ABI and address. So let me close this index.html, and now let's create a file called simple-sol. And I have already again created this simple file. As you can see, it's so simple. There is nothing inside. There is almost nothing inside. It's just a string and public and my city, and you can write here anything, and string public my city and gzre. And whenever you write a variable and you make the visibility as public, the Solidity is creating, the Solidity compiler is creating a getter function for this variable. So in our application binary interface, we will not see this string as a string. We will see it as a function, because the compiler will create a getter function for this public string. So yeah, I hope this was also useful to know. And actually we are finished with this. I'm putting this simple-sol only for information. We don't need the simple-sol inside our project folder, but you can put it here so that you can reference it whenever you want. And then go to Remix and paste your code, paste your contract code. Let me show you. Yeah, paste your contract code, and then go to the compile area and compile your code. You will see a green tick, and then go to the deploy area, and you see here it's JavaScript virtual machine London. So this time we are not going to be deploying our contract with JavaScript London, and we will be deploying it by using Web3 provider. But the thing is, to use the Web3 provider, we need to have Ganache, and we need to make sure that the Ganache is open. So create any workspace and click on the Ganache so that you will have this screen. And once you have this screen, pay attention to here. It's 7545. Okay, so go back to your Remix window, and in the in the deploy area, go to Web3 provider, and here it's already 7545, but sometimes this one is 8545. So if it is 8545, change it to 7. Okay, make it the same as the one here. So 7545 7545. So once you make it like that, click on the OK button and it's done, and the only thing that is left now is to deploy it. It's deployed. Now our contract is deployed by using the Ganache. And now I can copy the contract address. It's here. Look, copy it, go to your code editor, go to index.html, and you need to put your address information inside the codes, and that's it. The address is done. Now let's find the application binary interface ABI. To find the ABI, go back to the compile area and then go down. Here you will see the ABI, as you can see here, ABI. Just click on that button, it will say copied, and then go back to your code and here just paste it, but of course with some indentation it's going to be nicer looking, and that's it. The second part is finished. So to test it, actually this line here, it's only for testing, okay, so that we can see the contract has successfully connected with our front end has successfully connected with smart contract. That's why I am adding this document get element by ID contract area inner HTML and some display text. So now let's save it, close it, and here let's close the previous server, clear up the console, node server JS, port is open on 5000, and here I now say 12755. We are now on the web page. So if I click on here, I should get the account information. Yes, it works. And if I click on here, I should see this text. Let me show you. I should see this text, because it means that all the code here it's executed successfully, and at the end I am seeing this text. So let me see. Yes, now it's connected. So the only thing that is left is this get data from the contract. So we will do that also now, and to do that again a function declaration. So you see, all of them, there are function declarations. They are all asynchronous, they are all function declarations. And now let's say third step, read data from smart contract. So const read contract is asynchronous AFA, and then I can go down. Well, there's a little typo here. Yes, and again I will be copy pasting the last part of our code. Here. So the thing here is, actually maybe I can delete this part first and also this part first. So to access the functions of our contract, actually our contract, it doesn't have a function, it just have a string. But as I told you, Solidity compiler is creating a function for that. You see, this is the string name, but here it says function type, it doesn't say string, it says function. So that's why we will treat this variable as a function. And to do that, we are saying await keyword for the, as it's a asynchronous function, and then window contract, because we are getting this contract instance. And then we are saying methods, because we would like to access the methods of that contract. And among the methods, because normally, a contract doesn't have only one function, it can have 100 functions, or maybe tens of functions. So of course we will need this part, and then we will choose the function that we would like to call. So in this case, the function is called myCity. So we are writing the myCity here, and please do not forget these parentheses here. And you say myCity, and and actually it will not call my city contract if you leave it like that. You will need either call method, because it means that find this method and call it. It means like this. So if you don't put this, the code is not going to call this function. And there's also send method. Send method is only used for transactions, and call method is only for used to read data. So reading data, call, writing data, send functions. And we would like to save the result of this function call in a variable called data, and then we can display this document get element by id inside here, and then of course inner HTML is equal to data. So actually it's finished, but it will probably give an error now, but I will not tell you why, so that we can learn it better. So actually our contract, our front end is finished, our contract is finished, our server is finished. So normally it should work, isn't it? Let's now test it. Port is open on 5000. That's great. Let me close this. Also close this. So now let's go to our index.html file. It's working. So now if I click on this button, it will work. If I click on this, it will again work. But if I click on this, it will not work. So let's click on the first one. We have the account data. Let's click on the second one. We have that success string. And let's click on the third one. Normally, when I click on this, I should be able to see this city name. But let me see. You see, nothing happens. Why? Because on Remix, pay attention. On Remix, we are using web3 provider, and here on MetaMask, I am on the Ring-B test network. So once you, pay special attention here. If you are using Ganache, if you deploy your contract on Ganache, then you should also choose Ganache here. And where is Ganache? Yeah, there is it. There is my Ganache. And if you don't know how to install Ganache to your MetaMask, it's easy actually. You can find the video also in my playlists regarding how to install Ganache to MetaMask. And that's it. Once you choose Ganache, everything should be fine. And now, let's, and to show you the error, maybe I can show you the error also. You see, it says that when I click on this button, as it was not on the Ganache network, it's returning me some text, but actually it means that I need to change the network. Let me close this now, refresh this, and now let's go back to server. Port is open, that's great. Now let's go here. Hopefully this time everything should work. We get the account information, we get the success string, and we get this string. So that's it, guys. Hope this was useful, and hope to see you next time, and bye bye.